Well, I learned something useful, which is I guess people can stop taking the steroids and not have this crazy negative effect like I had. That's good to know because I was feeling so irritated that nobody told me don't just stop taking the steroids cold. But I guess if I've learned anything, I've learned that everything impacts and affects people differently, no matter what it is, whether it's a drug, a pharmaceutical, going through any kind of experience. We process things and handle things differently as to our bodies. So I met with my oncologist, a medical oncologist today, and he said people sometimes take 100 milligrams of prednisone, which I'm taking dexamethasone, and they literally can cold turkey stop and not have any effect. And I'm like, okay, that's crazy. All right. So I stand corrected, getting all bothered by that. But, at the same time, it is good to sort of like warn people. You may be one of those people who have a hard time with it. It might not go well for you if you do stop. So anyway, the good news is that my platelets are up and they're in the 330 range. This is obviously having to do with the steroid. So I don't know how that's going to go. I'm going to get my blood checked in a week and we'll see where I'm at, because right now it's great. But I didn't take the steroid today, and yesterday I took a half a dose. So half a dose is 2 milligrams. So I'm hoping that by tonight, I'll be fine and I won't get this crazy headache. So yeah, it's good. It's nice. It's nice to be in a position where all I need to do is have my blood checked. I don't need to do much else. Although I do have an appointment at Stanford next week. Today's Monday, and I think it's next Tuesday. So that's not such a big deal. He'll probably just, look and see what things look like. How do my breasts look? And we'll talk a little bit about what the options are. But still, I'm not ready to make a decision on that right now because I just want some time to myself. I want some time not healing, not having surgery, not being anesthetized. I just want to be in my life, doing the regular stuff that I do, and I still have time to make the decision. So, yeah, it's good news. I guess I kind of feel like commenting on something else, which is this whole phrase about the new normal. And I've heard it, and if you're in a cancer kind of conversation world, you hear this. People talk about getting to their new normal, finding it, and it's a really weird experience there's a lot I don't recognize about myself. I'm actually starting to look like myself again. I don't even really know what that means, but there's some sort of subtlety. There's like more life in my face, more color, more, I don't really know, just kind of like juice, where I was just stripped down, so raw and so dried out and so wrinkled up. And that, I was like pruned or something from going through all this cancer treatment stuff. And so in a way, I'm like, I feel like I'm starting to look more myself, at least to myself, look like myself to myself. But in terms of like my internal state and my mental state, my emotional, psycho-spiritual state, that's all kind of like a mystery, that whole part of me I feel so affected still. And I thought that I would be one of these people who would just kind of like get on with the program, once chemo and everything was over, like, okay, rebuild and just make it all happen and get back to my life. And I haven't gotten back to my life. I feel like I don't know myself. I feel somewhat uncomfortable in my own skin. And I think that part of that is probably the steroid, actually, because it's seriously like being on some crazy psychedelic drug trip. That's really what it's like for me. But also, I just don't like, I used to, like, I've always talked about my relationship with exercise because it was such a big, important part of my life, and it's just been something that's been so missing for me. for so long because I'm not doing what I used to do, and I don't know what to do, and I like keep trying to do like new things that work, but it just hasn't happened, for various reasons. So yeah, I don't know, this whole new normal thing is a really interesting thing to navigate because like I'm out of breath right now. I'm like, what did I even do? I think I walked to the car, like how am I out of breath? Although, I mean, I'm not getting exercise. Like a mid-40s woman not getting exercise, I mean, that's not going to go well for like, forever. I can only get away with it for so long. Not like being healthy in that way. So I just have to figure out where I'm going, first of all. I have to just figure out what am I going to do and how am I going to take care of myself and how am I going to reinvent myself. And that's kind of why I don't want to like get back into surgery right away, is because I want to spend some time just like allowing my life to evolve and unfold a little bit and see what wants to arise, because I'm not the same person I was 2 years ago, and that's a good thing. I mean, I think we think we're the same people, and we're not. Even if we don't go through cancer, we're evolving in different ways, and our lives change, and things come and things go. But I mean, cancer is such a stark, drastic change that it becomes obvious because we get knocked down so hard from treatment. But anytime, we always have an opportunity to like reinvent ourselves and recreate and see what wants to live through us. So yeah, I don't know. I want to take some space to do that and just see what's alive in me, and let some of that stuff out.